Elite. Hey, formerly known Mercury Shooting, currently known as Havoc Kills. Let's get into this reaction video. Yo, one of the most legendary, biggest WWE fighters, Undertaker. Mind you, it says 5 years ago, but Undertaker, he gave his life to God, bro, to Jesus Christ. That's crazy. I gotta hear this. You know, I want to put this on my channel.
Mac Richard's church in Lake Hills. Where's Pastor Mac? Mac, where are you, Pastor? Pastor, are you here? There's his better half is over here. His better, oh yeah. She's my first cousin, Julie Stan. She is this right there. Just here, Julie Richard. Yeah. In the house. Yeah, in the house. I've always, I've always knew and believed in God. I just didn't lead my life that way. Yes. I've never put a lot into being a celebrity. That just kind of flies right over my head, because that's just not really who I am. Yes. But as you can imagine, you get exposed to a lot of different things, because of what you do. And, I lived a pretty excessive lifestyle. So she says, would you please just come to church with me one time? I'm like, babe, look, I'm going to walk in there and the rafters are going to start shaking. And I believe in God. I'm good. I don't want to, it's not going to work. But she was very persistent, and she wanted me to be the man that I could be.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a pretty normal thing for people like us, because when you go in there, you just feel like you're gonna be judged, because a lot of people within the church are very judgmental people. So it's a little. That's one place, bro, that if I go or when I go, I'm like, man, they're finna judge the hell out of me. But anywhere else in life, I don't think like that.
And that has nothing to do with being the Undertaker. And so
this is disgusting.
I went, and it was just the perfect circumstance at the perfect time. She pushed me, and I went reluctantly. But once I got there, and I grew up Catholic, and so I'm thinking to myself, man, I don't want to kneel, I don't want to get down on the pew. I mean, after 17 surgeries, you can figure my body doesn't really feel good all the time. So I'm like, so there were no pews, there were no, I didn't know there was no kneeling and everything. And I just had this, once again, it was kind of like the Eggman deal. Like I was getting myself worked up, right? Yeah. Because I was thinking, okay, all right, pastor's going to see me, and he is just going to throw fire and brimstone right at me. Boom, sinner, and it wasn't nothing like that. Mac and Julie and his family, they were really awesome, and it was more.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. There was these two missionaries that had brought me to their church, but come to find out, it was a Mormon church, and I felt welcomed by them, but it just felt very judgmental. And come to find out, they're involved with the Freemasons. The way the Mormon church came about isn't godly at all.
It was more of a conversation, and I found myself from being, kind of tense and pensive to kind of leaning in and like, wow, this is pretty cool. Wow. And that started my journey. Yes. Back to leading my life the way I should. Yes. And isn't that great? Thank you. Michelle, I can't wait for you to meet her one day. She is a very strong woman, and she had to be. And
the black and white is just throwing me off, because that's a Freemason color, y'all. But I'm not gonna think too deep on it.
So put me in the right place for me to get my life back on track again to what really matters. And obviously I'm forever indebted just for that, and not even counting how. She's an awesome mom, and, she actually just did her mobile loaves and fish training. So she's awesome. She brings the best out of me.
And you were telling me too, when we've talked, it's so interesting, and just to hear what an amazing testimony of someone bringing you to church, of course, someone you love so much, and then I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I believe you were telling me how you knew about God, but then that personal relationship, that was that trigger.
Yeah, absolutely. That was, I wouldn't have been able to give you, I wouldn't be able to recite any kind of scripture whatsoever that first day. Yes, I knew there was, like I said, I was raised Catholic in a God-fearing home, but I just, all my brothers had to go to Catholic school and, taught by the nuns and their hands popped with the rulers and all that. I still hear it when I go home all the time about how rough they had it, but.
I went to.
It was the start of me and my journey.
We had to wear like skirts and like that was a crazy time in my life. Cause like even though it was a Christian school, some of them teachers didn't really care. That's the wicked part about it. So I don't have good memories there.
Yes. And
maybe I'll make a video about it. My experience.
That there was a whole nother part to life that I was missing out on. And I'm not perfect.
Nor am I.
No one's perfect.
No one here is perfect, Mark.
I get that. I mean, I'm still, I'm still in my process.
Yes.
I'm getting there, but I spend, I spend a lot more time these days reading my Bible and no,
excellent.
Man, school messed me up, guys. I don't know why. When I said that, like a bunch of memories just started flooding back. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm way different than I was back then. Like, you're not gonna play with me. Like, and I'm not saying I'm like that. Like, I'm not tough or nothing, but some crazy times, man. Some crazy times. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'm here. I'm alive. But yeah, formerly known Mercury Shooting, currently known as Hava Kills, music on all platforms. Check me out. And shout out to the Undertaker.